What's up guys, Sammy Mong here, back with some more Riders of Icarus. It's so good. And we're back today to show you where to get some resources for your first bits of crafting, or your first experience just crafting armor and weapons. If you haven't already, go check out our how to craft, or just first look at crafting. It goes through all of the categories, so weapon, armor, jewelry, barter? I always say border. Barter crafting, alchemy, and cooking. And then in today's video, we're actually going to go through how to get all of these resources. So not the secondary ingredient. As explained in that video, you can actually quite easily buy that ingredient for really cheap monies, okay? So really cheap coppers. But the other ingredients, the main ingredients, like the mushrooms, the tough meat, the jewelry, so you need the silver, and the copper ore. We're going to tell you some of the best spots in Brakarr Forest to get that today. Now, tough meat, and I believe just, where is it? If you go into armor, rough cloth, you get genuinely just from killing humans, killing boars for meat. And it's the same with, where is it? Mushrooms, not mushrooms, these ones. You get that, you just get some natural ingredients from killing enemies. So that's like spirits and fairies, the meat's boars, and then humans like cloth. So that's pretty self-explanatory. We're just going to go for the best spots for mushrooms and silver ore, which is kind of a bit it's a bit more of a rare ingredient, so to say, compared to the copper ore needed for weapon and armor crafting. The silver one, there's a few more locations you can find it at, but it's not as common as copper. Now, although we're only going to a few places in Brakarr Forest today, I do want to mention that you can quite easily go to the bases of mountains and just run around the bottom, like straight off the bat when you just landed at the crash site. There's a bit of copper ore here. Now, if you do genuinely just follow the bases of mountains into these caves, into these coves, you will find a ton of ore. So I don't want to just do that for a whole video, like run around at the bases of mountains. What I'm going to show you is just places where you can easily find a node of copper and then go straight to another node that's within sight, and it links up like 3 or 4 nodes together rather than having to run round and grind up. But of course you want to do this if you're wanting a load of mushrooms and copper ore. But let's just have a quick gander around the base of this first mountain just to give you an example. Now, mushrooms are better found at trees, and copper ore, silver ore, is better found, as I said, at the bases of mountains and also big rock formations. So if you're in a battlefield and you see a big rock formation and there's an area just up and around here, which I might be able to include if I get to that area. I should be able to. But if they do spawn at the big bases of rocks, okay, so watch out there. Don't just think, it's just a standard rock, it's not a mountain. I cannot search that for silver or copper. It will spawn there, don't worry, it definitely will. And there is a ton of like incoves or caves in the first area of Brakarr Forest, and we are only sticking to this area because you get these ingredients in this area, okay? You're a noob, you've just spawned, level 1, level 2, you're a scrub like we all were, and you can't, oh no, I can't, I thought I could open it like a chest. No, I can't, but yeah, you've just come in and you're collecting all these resources, but you can't use them until you level up to level 8, get past this area and go to Hekane's Crossing. Now, you could wait and come back, but I thought I'd level up all my way until I'm on the last quest to move out, and then come back and do this video. That way, I've gone to the whole area of Brakarr Forest and just seen the best areas or the best locations to find ores. Now, there wasn't too many in the starting area, to be honest, but from here I can move straight to my first location. So I like to split it up. Before we move on, I like to split it up because you quest in this area, or these 2 roads. You then move on to like this area, which sends you questing in this whole area. And there is some in the southern ruins, if I'm sure. No, sorry, it's the northern ruins. So we'll go into the northern ruins and show you where it is. But then you move on from this sort of square up into this giant rectangle. So it's 3 main areas, and I'm going to show you a couple of spots for each. And moving on to literally the first one. Once you've done the first couple of quests at the crash site, have a scout around the mountains and move over here. You'll get sent to this guy and you'll do a couple of quests. But round here is a really good area to pick up a ton of mushrooms and hopefully copper ore. Now, another thing to mention is that all of these respawn in the same area, okay? So when I pick up this mushroom, I could come back in about 2, 3, 4, I don't know the exact time limit on it at the moment, but I can come back and it would have respawned in the exact same place. Same with that copper ore up there, same with this mushroom. One thing I have noticed is that I've noticed the same things are respawning outside of solo instances, so this mushroom will respawn as a mushroom. That ore will definitely respawn as an ore. but the stuff I'm finding in solo instances isn't respawning the same. For instance, I found a silver ore in a solo instance that I noted down, and I thought, yes, I'm going to include it in the video. There's another silver ore location. Went back there a couple of minutes later, it turned into a mushroom. I was like, what? What? It's respawned to something different, and it was only in a solo instance, so it's a bit different. But oh, wait a minute. Oh, I had to stretch my legs. But yeah, come down to this water base and pick this first mushroom. And this is your first starting mushroom. You want to get up onto this ridge up here. So mount up on your trusty mount if you've got a founder's pack. If not, you will be getting one soon. And just along this whole ridge, and usually in that cave concave there. Hopefully they're there and no one's taken any. Yeah, there we go. There's some more mushrooms, as I said, on the ridge. Here's some silver ore. So your first silver ore location. And then there's some copper ore over here. And some more mushrooms. So as I'm saying, it's a nice sort of spot just to link nodes together of ores, mushrooms. And you can pick it all up in one swift run. And of course, you can stay on your mount to harvest these things. You don't have to get off and start swinging your pickaxe. Stay on your mount so you can quickly just run from place to place, pretty much. And once you're done with that guy down here, you do get sent over to the right hand side of this area. So as I said, you're questing within these two roads. And if my commentary is a bit off, that question is because I don't know, I'm tired today. My mind's telling me no, but I want to get a video out. And you do come straight in. I wanted to go straight into the concave, but you can't miss out. There is another copper and mushroom ore there. But as I said, if you just scout around the mountains, you would have come along these. But coming into this concave is just amazing for ores and copper. So you could just scout around that whole area, go to the ridge, and then come over here, do your quest, and then do that whole route again, and you'll get double the loot. It's really good. So we've got another silver ore location there. We've got another mushroom location here. Is this the double ore location? I'm not too sure. Yeah, it is. There we go. We've got a silver and copper ore spawning together. Oh no. Oh no. I'm being attacked. Oh no, leave me alone. Leave me alone, good sir. But it's kind of weird how they always spawn together. But it does just sort of prove, because from level 1 on this character, I saw that and was like, they're going to spawn differently. Maybe one will spawn here, one will spawn there. A bit of RNG in there. But no, they've literally spawned together. And look, if you're not on your mount, you swing your pickaxe. But guys, this is the first general area for when you just come into the game. If you want to start collecting resources early, get ahead in the crafting for when you do get to the city and have resources ready to literally just mass craft, then yeah, this is where you want to come. Of course, mushrooms, and we've only just scratched the surface. We're currently just in this area, so I'm going to move on and show you pretty much the best areas to go to link nodes. But don't forget, scour those mountains, look out around those trees, and you're bound to just gradually gather up a ton. Especially if you're just questing and you're going from area to area, you will still spot some. So if you don't want to really focus on it, you'll generally, if you're just looking out, gather a ton. So be sure to do it. And yeah, let's move on to the next areas. Yes, let's get the mushrooms and the copper and the silver. Oh god, there's literally a ton of mushrooms here. Jesus. Told you, this tastes so good for loot. Making sure to check the mountains. Making sure to check the trees. Okay, so now we've sort of entered this camp area. We've gone down that road and just gone past the camp. And we're going to start moving up and through until we get to about this large sort of rectangle cut off. And then I can start beginning working on stage 3. And of course the northern ruins. But coming straight in, if I remember correctly, there should be some silver ore down and around here or up in this area. If not, there's definitely some over there. But as you can see, you're finding a lot more copper than you are compared to silver, I'm pretty sure. No, it's only mushrooms here at the moment. I wonder if someone has taken it. Oh, don't fall down. Don't fall down. No! 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 Alright, there we go. Sound. No, it's only mushrooms up here. But if we go on over and go to... Who's that? Oh, that's Scar. No. You can get a mount called Scar in the next area. Here's an example of the rock formation just in the middle of the battlefield and how an ore can spawn around it. So especially when you get to larger areas, when you're a higher level, such as Hacane's Crossing or, what is it, Icarus? yeah, Icarus Highlands, you'll start getting more rock formations like this, no doubt, and actually having a lot of ores spawn around them. If you go over to here, yeah, there's a sneaky silver ore just under the tree here, which is, it's sneaky, but if you can spot it from afar, you'll be one up silver ore. Now, I don't want to go too far into this ore area, just because it's a questing area. You're going to get attacked a lot. So there are ores in there, but not enough for me to make it a good spot, because they're not really linked together pretty much. So I like to just stick around to this mountainside and work my way up until the next area. Obviously looking out for the trees like this mushroom. And yeah, what I said, usually if you look out and you get a mushroom and then look out again, it'll sometimes link you from one big piece like to another. So there we go, like I've been linked from that mushroom to this ore, and then to another mushroom. But I'm getting attacked. Okay, I'm getting attacked. I cannot allow this. I cannot allow this. Attack D. And two. And, uh-oh. I was going to smack him with my giant hammer. But there you go. There's an example of getting a tough meat. So you do just generally get the other items attacking enemies throughout the kingdom of Riders of Icarus. But you don't, I'm not focusing on them. No, I'm focusing on the ones you have to gather. Because you don't actually work up a secondary skill with attacking people. Unlike gathering, you don't like earn something for getting rough cloth or tough meat. It's kind of weird. It's kind of weird. But let's move on, guys. Let's move on. Now, moving up, here's your more like silver ore location. You have another one just in this crater. Once again, silver's used for jewelry. Yeah, so you make necklaces and rings. And up here is another sort of like wolf enclave, just like we had down here. So it should be holding a lot of goodies. I'm going to double check. I don't think it's as good as the last one, which just had a ton of mushrooms and a ton of just like copper and silver ore. But there is another, yeah, there you go. There is another silver ore here. So if you want to focus on getting silver ore and don't mind just AFKing for a couple of minutes, you could go from node to node, harvesting it up. And you've got another copper ore, so you get a good amount. And if you, possibly, you could come, what is it? I was about to say loot, like as if you got about to come loot it. You could come harvest, harvest, you can mine the silver and copper ore, and then head down to the other wolf enclosure, or wolf conclave, whatever you like to call these little circular, they're like horseshoes, shells, aren't they? But yeah, here's another silver ore. Yeah, but you could harvest one, go to the other, harvest that, but it is a bit of a ways. And once you go down this route, you have to come back this way. You can't go back up that route, or back up this road, sorry. So it's kind of annoying. And my wolf has reached level 9. Now, there isn't anything up here apart from a mushroom. Yeah, so that is actually 3 silver ore locations in one, and they will respawn back at the same time. So yeah, take note of that as well. That's something to be looking out for if you want to specialize in jewelry crafting and actually maxing out all of them, because 3 in 1, wait a couple of minutes, let them respawn, another 3. Fantastic stuff. Oh, beautiful. I don't know if you guys just noticed that, but actually coming into this first area is pretty littered. Like, you got this copper. Oh, yo, this area is lit. Especially when I haven't seen as many people in this starting area as there has been over the past week. Like, not too many at all. So you got this copper ore here. You got that silver and copper ore together over there. So that's more silver ore. So you could come down from those 3 and collect this silver ore with a ton, an absolute ton of copper. That's another triumphant gather. Beautiful. And then get this silver, get these copper up here and the mushrooms, and then head back. That may be worth it. That may be worth it. It's only been like 2 minutes. Like, nah. 1 minute 30. Coming up to 2 minutes since I left that area. So let's gather up all of this. And then go back and see if that first silver has respawned. Because if so, that means the others would have respawned. And if not, they'd be respawning within like the next 10 seconds. Because it didn't take us that long to actually mine up all of the silver that was down there. So if that is respawned, or if that has respawned, if that is respawned, oh, my English is just, it's going down and down and down. Like, I don't understand. So I need to go back to school. I need to learn how to speak again, like, properly. But let's go have a look. Let's go check it out, because that's an area I'm actually going to farm up myself if it has. And now let's sprint. Are we sprinting? Or re-attack? I can't sprint. Why can't I sprint? What's going on? What's going on here? Oh my god. Yeah, I was stuck in some sort of attack motion. Okay. Okay, fair enough. Right, that was easy enough. Right, let's get on and see if it's respawned. Has it? I can't see it. No, yes, it has. Sound. Literally, that means we can come here and then come back here once we've collected everything up there to actually gather everything up. So yeah, take note of that, guys. It's literally this area, just this road. It's amazing. Amazing for loot. Now, coming into this solo instance, on the left-hand side, the Southern Ruins solo instance is where my first silver ore spawned, and I don't think it has spawned there again, so no. It seems it does change up in a solo instance compared to outside, but you can see that there is stuff in here, but it's obviously not as rife as, say, the outside wilderness, and it's not really worth your time because you're the only person in here. There's gonna be monsters and shit that are going to be able to hit you and kill you, so you don't want to be in here just for a few copper and a few mushrooms. No, you want to be outside where you've got a lot of wide open area to actually maneuver. But if you've been taking notice, not too many things have actually clocked onto me while I've been harvesting, especially like the orcs and stuff up in this later camp. They won't really take care of you. Like, they won't really care too much that you're harvesting. It's only a couple of wolves that have attacked me, but yeah, let's move on and see what else we can find. But actually, that's only been 3 items in the whole of Shimmerwood, so yeah, nothing worth actually going in for unless you're absolutely 100% on the silver grind or say the copper grind and trying to grab every single node in one run. But I don't see the worth just for one. Just for one? You might as well go back to the area we're just at, harvest the 3 from the wolves and go back to the Southern Ruins and just keep doing that. That would earn you loads. That would earn you loads. Hi, friend. See, this is what I was on about with like the orcs and everything. They won't attack you, the gatherers. So you can literally just go up to them, gather some stuff, and you'll be fine. You'll be absolutely fine. I'm not going into the Northern Ruins on the quest. I'm just going to go in there like on my own. But going up into this area, it's once again mainly just like the other orc area. There is stuff in there. This area I will go into because it is a bit more interesting, but it's nothing too noteworthy. Now this first starting area is noteworthy for mushrooms, of course. As you can see, we picked up 5 within like this triangular little area, and they'll respawn within the same rate as the other lot do. So if you're on, say, a certain alchemy grind, this is the place to go compared to the other area, which is more variety. What is that word? Variety. That has more variety of silver and bronze and silver and copper and mushrooms rather than just pure mushrooms. Like, that was literally pure mushrooms. And if I go over to the water over here, there should be a node, but I'm not too confident on what it is. Let's have a gander. It's mushrooms and there's a bit of copper, and you have to come here for a quest anyway, so it is a good area. But guys, I'm gonna head over to the Northern Ruins and finish it up from there. So yeah, I'll catch you in there. Alright, we're in the Northern Ruins. Now this is the place you get the spider mount I was on about, and I'm not too sure whether you get much in here in terms of loot for like actual. What's that? Oh, I thought that was a silver. I thought that was a silver node because he wasn't moving. It's just a goddamn spider. But yeah, I don't know if you get too many resources for gathering, just because I've been too focused on trying to get the spider mount to have a proper look, and so far you don't. It's not too much actually compared to the Southern Ruins. I know there is a few like just spread around in each of the corner, but this is a letdown, so to say. You have to come in here and try and find a Shadowbind tomb to actually kill, or no, tame Taslan the Devourer, but I'm yet to find one. But it seems there is nothing in here. Guys, I'm going to end that here. Those are just a few. No. Guys, there's literally nothing in here. It seems when I've been coming in here, I haven't looked too much for resources for gathering. I've just looked and sort of focused on trying to get the tome to tame Taslan the Devourer. So I've looked around a little bit now, and there's not anything really in here to actually like harvest or gather. So I'm gonna end that here. If you've enjoyed, if you've gathered, if you've succeeded on going and collecting from a few of our spots that we've mentioned, be sure to leave a like down below. Subscribe if you want to see more Riders of Icarus, and of course other games. And until next time, thanks, and I'll see you on the next video.